Welcome back to Tyranny. We're back at the camp. I have a missive from an agent of the Vendrian Guard, Tykus. May the edict claim your worthless life. We are not completely without our senses. We knew Kairos would issue an edict on our valley. Perhaps the Overlord has a sick sense of humor, but I can assure you I laughed when I learned the death sentence doomed the Oathbreaker and Puppet equally. I had such low expectations for the servant of the so-called Archon of Justice. Tunon seems little more than a passive stooge that sits on a throne to legitimize the carnage and plunder of the other Archons. The face of prosperity that lets Kairos claim one thing while being another. I would have hoped you actually did serve justice, the notion, not the Archon. But your actions have said otherwise. At least I can thank you for proving my cynicism entirely warranted. If you survive this upcoming slaughter, bear witness that I, Tykus of the Vendrian Guard, do take responsibility for the actions of my crew. Should my warriors come up before the court's axe, tell Tunon they were starving, desperate, and easily manipulated into a struggle that was mine and not theirs. Sell this lie as well as you would sell the lies of the Overlord. I scoff at you, my friend. Goodbye. Let's go now. I've got better things to do. Like, go look over here. What's going on? What's happening? I'll take that under advisement. Now I'll just be leaving. No need to trouble you folks further. Surrounded by a quartet of disfavored soldiers that have him physically boxed in, a Scarlet Chorus warrior clutches a disfavored helmet, visibly pale and sweating. He wears a trembling grin. Come lads, no need to be so touchy. Oh, you can leave, but that helmet stays. The soldier steps closer, her bulk crowding the choirman. We don't take kindly to iron thieves, so if you think you can just stroll out of here without a flogging, you are sorely mistaken. Something wrong? One of the disfavored soldiers turns to you, looking weary from debate. This one here stole from the Legion and thinks he can get away with it. She points at a chorus warrior clutching the helmet. If he takes one more step, we'll be forced to violate Kairos' peace. Fatebinder, can you hear me out? I'm being accosted by these disfavored thugs. Upon noticing Verse, he blinks and regards her with a respectful nod. Don't make the Fatebinder complicit in your theft. Disfavored armor is the property of the Legion. It is not yours to loot, and by Graven Ash, I will cut you down if you even try to leave with that relic. Well, I'm going to be involved now. The disfavored warriors trade glances between each other in silence. None of them back away from the choirman. We can make this a trial of who stands here the longest, and when our bladders loosen, at least I won't be the one wearing an iron diaper, but I'd much rather let the Fatebinder settle it, seeing as there's no other way out of this impasse. Enough! The disfavored warrior rears back a balled fist before hesitating, sensing her lapse and awkwardly returning her hand to her side. If the choice is to adjudicate or fight, then I too will abide by the Fatebinder's decree. Start from the beginning, choirmen. They are always fighting. You got it, boss. So Daphne and her gang are rounding the river, looking for a fight. We hear the commotion, we hear scout whistles, we run to see what's going on. Next thing we know, we're on top of some Vendrian Guard. They just clobbered another gang that was in the area. We had no idea another patrol was out. Anyway, the Oathbreakers were high off their victory and stood their ground when we rushed them. Their mistake, right? Long story short, the fight got out of hand and there wasn't much left to recruit to our gang, so we helped ourselves to their gear. Pretty good. That's when I found this little piece of work. He rubs his hand across the blue surface of the helmet, and his favorite soldiers went at the gesture. Thought I'd do the proper thing and offered to sell it back to the disfavored, so I made the hike over here, and rather than claiming my finest fee, I got accosted. Anything else to say? His mouth twists into a pensive scowl. Well, unlike my peers here, who seem unwilling to share, if I'm allowed to sell this, I'd of course tithe to the court, like a proper ally. Shameless cur! If Blooded Mark were in earshot, he'd have your tongue for insulting the court. And if you want to read about that, there you go. I have further questions. What's your argument here? It's a disfavored helmet, and therefore belongs to the Legion. What else needs to be said? The warrior shrugs, looking to her comrades. I know the Chorus are routinely undersupplied, but we're not to blame for their lack of resourcefulness. They recruit too many to arm and feed, and we suffer for their slack. So when this fucker shows up trying to sell one of our helmets back to us, well, you could say me and the band were a bit insulted. Though she addresses you, her gaze stays locked on the choirman. I don't want to make this more of a problem than it already is. Of course, Rad is free to return the helmet without gratitude and never come back. No further questions. May I see that helmet? He gives you a long, quiet nod before thrusting the helmet into your hands. Fine, but give it back when you're done with it. You know who I'm going to side with? Look, I'm just saying, here's my argument for what's going on. It does belong to them, and if I look at it right now, if we look at it, battered and corroded, the helmet has chipping along the left parietal, and rust blossoming all about. It has been likely separated from anyone who knows the first thing about maintaining iron equipment for many weeks. While few could sense slight difference in weight, the seemingly standard issue stone shield helmet is a superior piece, not as ornate as the helmets made for the Iron Guard. This is nonetheless a rare piece of forge work, the type reserved for commanders and veterans of 30 or more years. So it's for a veteran. I'm not going to let him have a veteran piece. I mean, it's one thing to have a shoddy piece of equipment, but he can't even care for it. He can't even respect it. It's a matter of standard and pride, right? That we have a reputation, and we want to uphold the reputation. We can't do that if we have people just wearing our crap or trying to sell it back to us. I mean, imagine if that sets a standard for future course members to come over here and trying to barter goods they find, or still, we can't have that. Mr. favorite soldier catches a helmet and lifts it high overhead, out of the reach of the Scarlet Chorus warrior. You dirty fucking liar! The warrior leaps up to snatch the helmet back, but to no avail. Dirty, motherless whore. He rears back his fist, but hesitates, perhaps thinking better of the action. Great, you have your relic back. Now stand aside. Most happily, the warriors step back, bowing in a deep, mocking gesture. Enjoy your stroll back to the chorus camp. Lord Ash thanks you for your charity. Yeah, I did my part. Look, if I've got to take a side, I'm going to side with who I'm more like. Disfavored, for sure. Alright, let's go over here real quick and go talk to Usotan as we have his forge-bound iron. That's rather important. Alright. Yep, here it is. I can't tell you what it means to have this back in our hands. I'll make sure... Oh, 1,000 rings. Wow. I'll make sure to tell my superior about what you've done for the Legion. Sure. You look like a competent fighter. Why aren't you swinging that hammer into the enemy's face? With that Ash and the Legion gave me an opportunity. During our training at Fort Resolution, I demonstrated some skill with the craftsman's hammer. Now whenever there's arms and armor to be mended and no forge bound in attendance, they'd look at me, or look to me. He huffs and wipes a line of sweat from his brow, which is often. Alright. I'm gonna take that shield. I like that shield. It's better than what I'm wearing. I'll take it. I'll get rid of Vendrian gear. I don't want their Vendrian gear. I really do not. Bronze dagger. Nope. Nor that. Or that. Or that. Iron greatsword, I'll think about it. Vendrian bow. I would rather not use their equipment right now. You can have all of that. Bronze merchant tunic, I don't want that either. I might give that to our sage for later. Cloth bracers, alright. Actually, I think he has other bracers anyway. We're gonna trade now, and I now have a new shield. Beautiful. And you get to have... Well, that shield might actually be better for our good buddy over here. Hold on, let's move it down. Go look over here. Is that better than what you have? More parry. You're not really good at dodging anyway. Okay, I think that might do it. Not like you can equip new equipment anyway. What is that? Heavy armor, right? Twisted iron sword, fine quality, oathbound dagger. Will that benefit you in any sort of way? Let's go have a look. A little bit more DPS and, I don't know. Better than Rotten Ruin. A blade that I got, a unique one. Common leather boots, you don't need that. You don't need that bow or any other stuff over here. Okay, iron greatsword. Fine quality. Put that over there. That's a pretty cool blade. Definitely dig it. Okay, I want you to have that dagger. Is that a dagger? Weird looking, but I'll take it. Okay. Beautiful. I feel stronger for it. Let's go level up. I'm sure we'll go level up if I come over here and have a good chat. There's Sevius, a very old veteran, or just a veteran in general. Let's go over here now and begin to train. I've got the rings for it. A lot of rings, actually. Marcus, what can you do for me? I want to be better at parrying. I want you to be better at it too, my friend. There you go.
Learn something every day.
Alright. Now, what about Lucia? Could use some training as well. Alright. I want you two to be better at dodging. Feels important to me. Okay, they're now trained up. What am I going to give you, my dear? Pretty good at that. Wits are pretty good. I want you to have a little bit more health. That way you don't have a penalty at the very least. Okay, let's go look now. Hobbled Prey. Killing Spree. Mocking Iron. Nah. Piercing Arrows. Armor penetration feels pretty good. Now, my turn. What do I want today? Let's go have a look. Agility. Feint. I was going to go for range, but I've been enjoying what I have way too much. Magic, I'm not much of a magic man. Leadership seems interesting. 2 arms, okay. Generate an order of will. Every few seconds, refuse pain. That's pretty interesting. For a short time. Stance mighty. I've got power, but I'm going to focus on defense a bit further. Pinning strike. One-handed mastery. Basic attacks to attack or to strike multiple times. And over here, heavy guard. Oh, I don't have only heavy armor right now. Yeah, I like taunting nearby foes. So we'll go over here and get our one-handed mastery. Oh, hold on. What am I looking at? What do I really want right now? More endurance. I've got plenty of that. Resolve is very high. I like having that very high. I want to get to like 20. I like the idea of that. Let's go in here. Time for them to chat. Oh boy, here they go.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
The best the chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
Another brilliant idea. Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation? What could possibly go wrong?
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen. Tunon's Fatebinder has arrived.
Alright, well, the War 10 falls silent and all eyes turn to you expectantly. I won't lie, the chorus were the ones who did it for me. They were the ones who helped out. But I don't need to shit on them for that, right? Our operations in Echo Crossing and Trip Nettle Wilderness were successful. Why aren't you two marching towards Ascension Hall?
Nothing would please us more than to be done with this wretched valley. Perhaps if we had more support from the disfavored, and from the court.
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
The Fatebinder did indeed assist the chorus in fashion, and the Earthbreakers were cut down, but the Fatebinder's wrath spared none, and Captain Pollux Florian was not taken alive. Much to our disappointment, the Fatebinder seems to have applied his favorite justice to Florian. Such a waste.
And look what showing them mercy has done for us. My scouts report seeing chorus thugs fleeing your camp, defecting back to the enemy. They are abusing your mercy, and you either don't notice or don't care. The former is negligence, the latter is treachery.
I disagree. He would have made a perfect captive, but he was a raging zealot with a death wish. Capture wasn't an option. That's how I saw it.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Mittani. Report.
Okay. Securing the Mittani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tides still lives, and the river was turned against us despite our losses. The day ended in success at Echo Crossing, though victory came at great cost. When it came time to secure the nearby Ekakal village, there was a distressing discovery. The villagers had been stashing iron weaponry, no doubt stolen from our supply lines. Commander Antia wished to burn the village, but the Corps disagreed, and the Feybinder backed their claim. A few of them got away, but their leader, Captain Matani Sybil, did not. Our spy Scylla, she was one of the founding members of the insurrection. Her death will no doubt dishearten the Oathbearers, or Oathbreakers.
One less noble scion of Apex with delusions of relevance. Good riddance.
Have we forgotten why we marched south in the first place? Are we to rule over a sea of corpses? Have you any idea how difficult it is to tax dead people? Your treatment of the locals is short-sighted. We alone follow the commandments of the Overlord.
Oh, so Kara's commanded you to be an insufferable ass at every turn. If so, good job.
Oh, if our mannerisms offend your sensibilities, dear Fatebinder, then good. We do not want or need your love. Kairos' Day of Swords approaches, and our allies in the disfavored and the court refuse to work with us. There is clearly only one reason for this. Graven Ash and Tunon have allied against us. You conspire to rob us of our deserved glory.
Okay, now he's beginning to lose it. Enough bickering, we are running out of time to take Ascension Hall.
Commander is right. Our survival is at stake. All that matters is taking Ascension Hall. Iron Marshal, ready our troops. Fifth Eye, tell your gangs to cover our flanks.
You will do as we order. You are not to take orders from this addled ponce.
Then the impasse is clear. We both wish for the honor of leading this final assault on the Vendrian Guard. Since Tunon is not here to select the rightful bearer of this honor, we must turn to the Archon's proxy.
With whom do you stand?
Yeah. I've got to choose one. I can't compromise or he'll be pissed off. Alright, disfavored, you're gonna lead. Honor will be ours today.
You honor us, as I knew you would. You have made the right choice. The disfavored have stood at the forefront of battle since the first days of the war, and now we have the honor of winning this final battle.
Our beloved chorus! We have too many lives to protect. We can't allow your foolish decision to destroy us all!
Lovely.
You would dare harm me and our guest from the court? By Kairos' word, this means war!
You rouse the consciousness to the side of Graven Ash, swatting his hand towards a thin and green mist where the voices of Narat once stood moments ago. We will take... I saw you step in front of me. Thank you.
Just old soldier reflexes. Couldn't be sure if it was trying a simple illusion or a bolt of fire. Either way, needed to be sure my guest didn't perish in my war tent. Wouldn't be able to live that one down.
We'll have to take Ascension Hall without the course's help.
And instead of having false allies on our side, at least we can march on the Citadel knowing full well who is friend and foe. And it goes without saying, the disfavored needs you now for this glorious battle. Please speak with the Iron Marshal.
Are you sure you wish to go to war against the course?
What other choice am I given? It is clear the voices of Narat would endanger all of us out of vanity. Besides, we all know when this war is over, someone must rule and protect the Tears. So I will start protecting the Tears from the depravity of the Scarlet Chorus. The Archon of Secrets left behind one of his spies. Perhaps we should send her back to her master in pieces.
Graven Ash narrows his eyes and points a finger at Varys. Varric's armor makes a discordant sound of iron bending under pressure. Everyone assembled in the room looks at him.
Something to say, Barrick?
Ash passes his stone shield a confused
Nothing
look.
at present, Archon. Forgive the interruption.
Alright. Varric looks to you with a vague hope in his otherwise impersonal stare. Versus with me.
You would harbor the Archon's henchmen in your company? This is aiding and abetting the voices of Narat. I cannot stand for it.
Let's go look over here. Maybe I want the voices to think I'm being carefully observed.
The voices of Narat knows better. Of that much I can assure you. Whatever deceitful ploy you have in mind, he can think lifetimes ahead of it. You are playing a dangerous game, Binder. If you wish to hold a venomous serpent so close, I will allow you your own self-destruction. Now leave me. When you are ready to join the assault, speak to the Iron Marshal.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of dangerous. I like her. I don't know if she likes me that much. We haven't known each other for that long. Less than a week, right? I believe so. So I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to figure that out. Hopefully she won't try to stab me in the back. I'm more worried about her leading a war party in the future to kill me if we cross paths and she's with the chorus and she's like, hey, you tried to kill me. Or you banished me. Wouldn't go well. Wouldn't go well at all. Whoa. Not a lot of us here, huh? The time is upon us. Iron Marshal Enrios nods at you with a serene smile. We march on Vendrian's well to show the terrorism the price of insurrection. She looks in either direction, surveying the movement of ironclad warriors readying for battle. Carus's edict will soon come to bear, and we should move at once. Fadebinder, if you are willing, I could use your assistance. We are a tight-knit band, and while we are not outclassed, we are outnumbered. Will you march to battle with us? What is the score of the chorus? Will you ask me to find them as well? It offends us to violate Carus's peace, but the voices of Narad is a gangrenous limb, sort of malady that, if tolerated, destroys from within. She shakes her head, lowering her gaze. So yes, if the chorus stands between us and our goal, and I'm certain they will, we will have to draw blood. Alright, let's go. Then our fight will be a righteous one, with the force and merit of the law on our side. Our forces are assembling as we speak. We will meet you at the Citadel. Graven Ash protects. She offers a firm salute and turns to her troops. Alright. They want me to go do that now. I'm a little bit worried about it. Marcus, Lucia, I hope you two will make it. I'm a little bit worried about them, admittedly. Yeah. We'll have to do it somehow. I wonder if I'll run into anyone on my way there. I hope they'll be okay. Hey, buddy. I'm back over here real quick to get rid of some crap that I might not otherwise need. Let's go look at what we have right now. I've got a great sword. Another one, right? Yeah. Good quality, but not what I need. I'm gonna give it... Is that better than what you have? I don't believe it is. Hold on. I'll have to fully equip my team. A heavy helmet. Not my thing. I don't want their Vendrian Guard crap. It's a one-handed blade. I'm gonna put that over there. A little bit more DPS. You've got your equipment though. Topaz. We'll sell that as well. I already know that's Sigil, so I don't need to worry about that either. Sanguine Scroll. Wow, that is a lot of gold that I can make from that, but no, I'm not going to get rid of it. Gut Seeker. Put that away for now too. Okay. That will remain. A bronze dagger. We know we don't need that, or that tower shield. Is that better than what you have, old man? Not really. You get courage for what you have, which is pretty good. Immunity to frightened. That might be handy later when we fight some ethereal, terrible creatures potentially. I don't know if we will, but I feel like we will. I think they mentioned like the Bane or something. A little bit worried about that, and yeah, a little bit worried about that. Okay, Sage's Hood. Earthshaker Hood, you'll keep that one. What is that? Oh, a hide. We just made a lot of gold rings. Beautiful. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Good way to make some extra stuff. Look at my gold ring, 79 now. Oh, my bad, bronze. Okay, the entire time I was like, oh yeah, gold. No, bronze, okay. Only bronze.
Of course.
I couldn't really tell. Hope not colorblind. I'm kidding, I'm not. Alright, let's go over here. We gotta go meet them. Alright, hold on. I should probably camp. We're about to go fight for the big wall. Yeah, we did pretty much every quest. I like that they don't like clutter you down with a bunch of overwhelming amounts of quests. I mean, I don't really care for that. I don't want to drop them. I just want to move a few over here. Alright, you've got 2. Move that over here. Elemental barrier for my leader. You need some potions. What is that? Take that as well. Take that as well when defeated. Nobleman's hat. Oh, I didn't realize that was a hat. My bad. Is that better for you? Definitely not. That's garbage then. Yeah, I'm making him hold it. Alright, let's give you a little bit of that food. Though, you're going to need some potions as well. There's got to be a way to... Ah, there we go. So, it does, like, say drop, but it doesn't mean to actually drop. Okay, cool. I was a little bit worried about that. 4 potions for a lot of you. A little bit more for the lead. Okay. I want to give you one as well, Barrick. Hold on. How did I do that again? I'm trying to remember how I did that. Did I? No, that wasn't it. I'll have to look at it later. Anyway, got a lot of potions out here. Let's go now. Will we run into... I always feel like we're going to run into someone new. I'm trying to be watchful of that. We did every other quest. I made sure of that. Got them all done. Wow. Can't go there. Yeah, not good. I'm hoping we don't have to fight them. 5 hours. Don't kill me. They didn't kill me. Well, cool. I'm glad they didn't kill me. Makes me a little bit happier. I'm gonna go check out the village real quick. Yeah, there's a lot of bodies. Iron Walker. A few villagers left. Yeah, they wanted to burn it to the ground. I didn't let them. Doesn't really seem like anything has really changed, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, well, when we're back, we're going to go head to a different location and finally begin the big war. Or the big battle of the war is what I mean to say. But before we do that, I guess we should have a chat.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? What did you have
Let's talk about our travels. Well, there's an edict hanging over our heads. As far as I'm concerned, the incompetence of the disfavored got us into this mess, and it will take the fear to scout a course to get us out of it. In other words, nothing ever changes. What do you think of my travel companions? Barrick. Well, I'll give him some due credit. He's more complicated than he looks. He's still an intolerant and unapologetic bastard, but it's more his business than mine. Lantry? I mean to ask you about him. Lantry is talkative, reads when he isn't writing, and brings as much to the battlefield as a sick bird. The warriors at your side should suffer from elder's ache in their sword arm. You would be better served by putting him out of his misery. We need him. Understood. You got something in mind you're using him to accomplish? Then by all means, let him tag along, but don't expect me to keep him alive. If he's pulling his weight somehow, feel free to clue me in because I'm not seeing it. Are you kidding me? He's incredibly important. Jeez. Hey, Lantry. Oh, we did talk. Apparently there's like a few more options I could pick up.
On your mind. By all means. What can I do for you?
Okay. Some immediate concerns. What do you think on me and my deeds? Any reservations I have aside, your military records speak for itself. You're a two-nonce Fatebinder. My opinions on the matter don't come into it one way or another. What do you think of Lantry? I do not know how many years he has walked the face of Tyrannus, but he clearly knows more than he claims to, since he claims to know a great deal indeed. There's no limit to what he could be holding back. First, I try not to. She's a force of chaos, an agent of the voices of Narat. Taking her into our confidence could only lead to ruin. Yet, she's a capable fighter. For the time being, I'm confident that you can trust her to serve your interests and rely on her skills on the battlefield. She may even offer some useful perspective on the war. Wow. Okay, the closest to a compliment. Alright guys, I'll see all of you later, guys and gals, and don't forget to leave a like down below. Again, it really does let me know if you like it or not, so just log in, press the little button, and we'll move on to the next part in the big battle.